I think we want to jump into Pete's material.
All right, what else you got, Pete?
Yeah, so I post-processed the data for terrestrial laser scanners from the triangle. Last year, the dome was in the sky. The hemisphere was above ground. But now, I'll bring it up. This is a dome that's underground. 300 meters underground.
What the? Look, it's a dome.
Wow.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. The same geometry, essentially, as last time. It's amazing data. So I call Irene right away. And Irene asked me, do you have any unusual data in your scans? And I said, yeah, I have subterranean domes in all of my scans. And she said, so do I.
Wow. Well, it's really interesting that we have an intact dome-like structure below ground, just as we've been talking about above ground.
Yes. What's really interesting is that the LiDAR did not pick up the above-ground dome this go-around, but our other instruments did. Our other instruments are showing us there's something there, but we didn't find it this time in the LiDAR.
Right.
Let's spend some time looking at last year's work again.
Yes.
This is the model based on Pete Kelsey's original scan of this anomaly.
So we have LiDAR data here above and below the surface, and maybe they're both showing the same thing.
Right.
Yes.
So there they are. I'm pretty excited.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like we're in a bubble here.
You're right, Thomas. There could be a huge bubble that goes above and below the ground.
This is a total mystery once again.
Yeah. It sounds crazy as hell is how it sounds.
Yeah.
We're in a bubble here, you know?
Yeah. It sounds crazy as hell is how it sounds.
For sure.
Yep. So the question is, what is the size of this bubble?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems like there's some kind of a boundary there.
Yeah. We might have made a huge breakthrough discovery on Skinwalker Ranch. According to multiple sets of new data, what we thought was a massive dome over the triangle could actually be a bubble or a sphere that reaches above and below the ground. What else you got?
Have a look at this terrestrial laser scanner.
Okay. So this is the laser scanner at the triangle, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
So then what are the little blue things floating in the sky over here? Is that where the scanner is?
Positions of each scanner at the triangle.
You mean the actual scanners that Irene was operating on the ground?
Correct. About 30 feet in the air.
30 feet?
30 feet.
What?
Yes.
So I can attest to you, the scanners never moved. They stayed in the same spot for the entire time.
And so that's a hell of an interesting number, too.
30 feet is exactly where the blob was at, is
Yep.
where the rocket blew up.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
What do we think is the appropriate follow-up to these, frankly, very confusing data?
We need to look through that barrier wall of this bubble and see if we can start pinpointing what's triggering it.
Well, that sounds like marching orders. Thank you, Brandon. Thanks, Cameron.
very good.
Dang right. So let's get on with it.
All right.
All right.